It's Tuesday of the day that time forgot. I'm not sure why. Why do I even say that? What's the deal? What's the deal, people? What's the deal? How's it going? How is everybody on this Tuesday? Treehouse concert number 35. And yet there's still people. With all those TV channels and streaming services. It's a wasteland out there, people. It's a wasteland. Look. Just look at it. I really don't know what I'm talking about. This may be more goofy than usual. He goes out on a date and it's shaping a nation. There's only 6 houses on the lake, so it's public information. You all have to run for the cliff. She's evil, he's in her grip. And so you talk amongst yourselves in whispers. Oh my God. Oh my God. Drop some leaves on your plate and skip all the dressing. Disregard those sordid reports and give them your blessing. Still you've got this rock in your head. You've got an uncle named Fred. You'd call him for advice, except that he's an idiot. He's an idiot. Imagine a lover like that. You could have a lover like that. You could build a lover like that. You could be a lover like that. Imagine a lover like that. You could have a lover like that. You could build a lover like that. You could be a lover like that. Imagine a lover like that. Is it time to call out the troops or call in all your habits? You feel like Bambi caught in a noose. You feel like Mrs. Kravitz. She's the one you'd like to avoid, 'cause she was so paranoid, and she was such a prune all shriveled up inside herself. Up inside herself. Imagine a lover like that. You could have a lover like that. You could build a lover like that. You could be a lover like that. Imagine a lover like that. You could have a lover like that. You could build a lover like that. You could be a lover like that. Imagine a lover like that. You could have a lover like that. You could build a lover like that. You could be a lover like that. Imagine a lover like that. You could have a lover like that. You could build a lover like that. You could be a lover like that. Imagine a lover like that. I didn't stick the landing on that one, did I? What did I go to an E chord? I was going to that. Oh, goodness. People, I gotta tell you, some Tuesdays, some enchanted Tuesday, you will meet a stranger. Yeah, sorry, and try to be more sedate, Bill. Can it be? You got it. Thanks, Ma.
Jimmy Try in the house. Oh yeah. Ooh, that one's tart. I like that. Rick Lewis and all the Lewises in the known universe. All of them. Oh, including CS. Gary and Mary Shulstad. Eric, too, down there in Portland. Okay, now, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom. I'm just kidding. Just had to make that joke once. Now I'm going to shoot myself. No, I mean, hark! What couldst it be? Coming thither from yon. Oh! Don't hit me with that thing. You can hit me with this thing. The hand. Once again, ladies and gentlemen. The hand. Got some news flashes here. News flashes. We got Tim and Demetra. News flash. Scott and Rhonda. News flash. Bill Willem. Alan Hicks. Cindy Snyder. Frank Vernon. Holly Tuttle and Kim Nelson. Rick Lewis. Monica Holverstadt. Mark Kenny. Kathleen Melistke Steck. Yes, indeed. Who are these people on the back? Oh, yeah, those people. It is Tuesday, the 5th of January in the year 2021. 2020. Do you think people will finally start using 20 instead of 2000? All through the early 2000s, I was like, why are they saying 2007? Why isn't it 2007? Why are they saying 2010? Why isn't it 2010? 2011? It's March 14th, 2011. I'm like, it's also March 14th, 2011. You know, like you did 19. You didn't say 1958. I was born in the 1958. Remember that lovely year of 1909? I'm going to party like it's 1999. No, that's not how it works. Told you it was going to be weird. I told you, but did you believe me? Heck no. Well, it's been an interesting week. I'm not going to go there. It's been a hectic week. It's been today. You see, I should remember to not try and do anything important other than this on Tuesdays, because Tuesdays, the Billy brain is, well, it's in a very strange place, and it's in that place. It's very aggressive. It turns on me. My brain turns on me. It turns on a dime. Suddenly it's coming back at me. I'm like, hey, what'd I do? I was just in the back singing. Wait a minute. This thing was coming loose all during the last song. And if one of these babies comes loose during Only Six Houses... Anyway, I wasn't going to do that one yet. I was going to do this one yet. Which sounds hauntingly like it. A song about denial. Security. I think you mean that you can't decide. I think you mean that you might be stopping here. I think you wonder how much of it lies. And while you're standing by, I know between your tongue and your eyes, oh, you don't want to go. I think you mean you can't cut the company. I think you mean you can't cut the cane. I think you mean you can't make the rendezvous. I
think you mean you're erasing my name. And while you're standing by, I know between your tongue and your eyes a hole. You don't wanna go. You don't wanna go. No, babe, I didn't take your money to fly out of this padded daylight. I got enough here to last till Christmas. It's for the two of us, for the two of us. I thought you meant your options were unlimited. I thought you meant your mirror wouldn't shatter. Who would have thought you'd turn up spouting rhetoric? Who would have thought that it mattered? And while I'm standing by, you know, in the back of my mind, oh, I don't wanna go. I don't wanna go. I don't wanna go. That's called Johnny Seeks Treatment. Yeah, this is interesting. This is, yeah. Having to go to the equipment shed here, people. I don't know, that shoe don't feel any too firm. I don't think any of these other ones are any tighter. Maybe this one. I don't know what's going on here. Don't usually have to go to the equipment shed. But then I've never thrown a shoe on this shoe either. Thrown a shoe on this here shoe. So yeah, I've been kicking myself around a little bit today. I've been trying to finish the book. And now it's down to those nitpicky little cosmetic elements. But, you know, the artwork is very important to me. And so I want to make sure I get it right. Yeah. Who knows, that may be the thing that people look at most, is the cover. But it's closer to being done than it was last week. I'll give you that. Once I pull the trigger, once I say, okay, fly, then it'll be all over except for the weeping. But that's your job. Okay. Who are all these people in my head? One of them said, staring through half-open blinds. None of what's sacred's been spread over the dead, echoes in an unsettled mind. Isolation is a cavity, isolation with its gravity. I know I've seen about as much of me as anyone can take. That's how I know that you and I are no mistake. No mistake. We never knew that fear could feel like this. Equal parts bliss and lists of the recently gone. And what about that vinegar and piss we don't really miss with each irreplaceable dawn? Isolation is a cavity, Isolation with its gravity, I know you've seen about as much of me as anyone can take. That's how I know you and I are no mistake. No mistake. No mistake.
It's called Couples Hymn. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, the equipment shed is closed. What is happening here? What's going on? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. The hand! Hello, hello. Up. Maybe I'll just come with you into the other. If you could just come, I could just. Cat and John, Annie and Robert, the power couples are here. Bill Kaufman and Lori Trout. Lori, were you here? Did you get here in time for the White Chocolate Mocha song? I opened with the White Chocolate Mocha song. I hope you were here in time. I didn't think about it. What was I thinking? Oh, that must have hurt. This is an interesting set list tonight, you know? It's just interesting. Well, because I've been working on a couple of older songs and and they weren't ready. So I had to replace them. Kind of last minute. But I did want to play this one. Let's see. He's wandered into a valley full of wine. 15 years he's avoided the warning signs. His voice on the phone is the voice of the rain. You can hear the cells dying in the meat of his brain. He's wandered into a valley full of wine. Paints a self-portrait of the tireless renegade. He doesn't recognize his own face as it starts to fade. We all try to tell him, but he just doesn't know. There's that image to feed and that pain to control. He paints a self-portrait of the tireless renegade. circle and try to imagine home. His friends and his family weaving a slender rope. We can't feel guilty and we can't look away, because behind cloudy eyes there's a reason to pray. We sit in a circle and try to imagine home. He's wandered into a valley full of wine. Wait a minute. He's wandered into a valley full of wine, and the hands of a poet bear the warning sign. His voice on the phone is the voice of the rain. You can hear the cells dying in the meat of his brain, and the hands of a poet bear the warning sign. He's wandered into a valley full of wine. Valley of Wine, that's called. Boy, oh boy, Cindy Snyder. Kathy Brewer, Kathy and Lars are here. Cool. Lori Trout. Catherine. Goodness. Thanks for showing up, guys. See, I have, every time I stop like that, it's because I'm stifling the impulse to apologize about something. This is what's going on. This is why Tuesdays, man. Not sure why. I don't know. Sitting on a bench in the Greyhound station, his bag between his legs like a sheltered mathematician, off to San Francisco for some cultural enrichment, and the sky in Tacoma's raining razor blades. He's never been away, never seen eccentric people, just his mother and his father who live inside a steeple. It's prayers every morning and whippings every night, and the sky in Tacoma's raining razor blades. I wouldn't say he's strange, but he's got his own ideas regarding leaps of faith and mental diarrhea. When he looks into the mirror, there are wires in his eyes, and the sky in Tacoma's raining razor blades. Everybody stay at home and make out your will, 'cause the sky in Tacoma's raining razor blades. Whatever see the weather,
was 12, he saw a girl undressing his second cousin Edna from Dallas on Thanksgiving. When she got down to the frilly parts, he had to run away with the Sky in Tacoma raining razor blade. Sometimes in his dreams he's a television weatherman, trying to escape from angry young Republicans who heard him say something like poison in the clouds and the Sky in Tacoma raining razor blade. He's never been political, never got involved, although once he won a ribbon for a riddle that he solved. Something about dust bunnies up in outer space and the Sky in Tacoma raining razor blade. Everybody jump up and boogie till you die, 'cause the Sky in Tacoma's raining razor blade. He glances at his watch, it's 11:47, only 12 minutes left before he meets his destiny. Everything is changing, it can never be the same, and the Sky in Tacoma's raining postcards with pictures of razor blades.
Excuse me. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Thank you. That song took me about, I think that took me about a half an hour to write that song. I was on the back porch one day. Ding-a-ding-a-ding. And I was sitting out there. I didn't even have my guitar with me when I wrote it. I just was writing in my notebook, as I tend to do. And it just started coming tumbling out. And by the time I was in like the third verse, sometimes in his dreams, no, it wasn't that. It was I'll never get it now. Never been away, never seen him before. No, I can't get it. Let's say it was the second verse. Let's say that by the time I got to he's never been away, never seen eccentric people, you know. I could already hear it in my head, and I knew exactly how I was going to play it. And I was like, oh, this will be easy. It's only 2 chords. Until the very end, it goes. No, it doesn't go like that, Bill. It goes. Yeah, thank you, Bill. Aren't you glad I went back and illustrated that? I'm hoping to have like a PowerPoint presentation at some point, you know, kind of get into the minutiae, the microcosm. It's the Hebraism and Hellenism of the treehouse. There's about maybe 3 people in the room who will get that. Sorry for the rest of you. But trust me, it's not that funny, so you're not missing much. Ah, boy. I don't know, boy. I don't know what's going on tonight. Here we go. You feel him verging on an apology? Do you hear me? Do you hear it coming? It starts with, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about tonight, man. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. There it was. Snuck one in even when I was just trying to illustrate the point. What can you do? What can you do except keep talking to your shrink and keep journaling about it, because, that always helps. Okay.
Scrape me off of this electric ceiling, push me out into the frozen wood. Feel out of place and it's the fool's revealing. Back in the house I got video violence. Back in the house I got petroleum food. Out here that fool hears an unnatural silence. I think we're all beginning to understand how a dollar is the devil's fist clenched tight on a human hand. What good are all these colors and borders? What did that wall mean anyway? The business suits are up there handing out orders. I see the faces of the children in Asia on the news or some other show. Remember how all that stuff used to faze ya? I think we're all beginning to understand how a dollar is the devil's fist clenched tight on a human hand. I know a lot about emotional baggage. I'm well acquainted with the one who waits. I ask myself, is there a soul left to salvage? But there's a little bed in a little room, a little heart and a little womb, a speck of light in the side of King Tut's tomb. I think we're all beginning to understand how a dollar is the devil's fist clenched tight on a human hand. I think we're all beginning to understand how a dollar is the devil's fist clenched tight on a human hand.
How a Dollar Is, that one's called. That's what it's called. It'll still be called that the next time I play it. Yes, indeed, people. Yes, indeedy do. What's this? What's this over here? What could it be? What could possibly be? What could it be? What's now? Poetry break! Poetry break! Poetry break! Poetry break! Poetry break! Poetry break! 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 Poetry break! Poetry break! Everybody has to go. Yeah, man. Yeah. I thought I was going to do it from over there for a minute. I can do it from over there some night. That'd really freak people out. We're going to read one poem. Then we're going to read some prose. I love this book so much, I thought I'd share some of it with you. It's called Early Morning, Remembering My Father. It's written by Kim Stafford about his dad, William Stafford. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. That... What?
Quick message.
But... Kelly Murphy. Kelly Murphy is here and Jim Page loves your chord patterns? Or Kelly Murphy was talking to Jim Page and said Jim Page loves your chord patterns, or Jim Page loves my chord patterns. Does that mean Jim's here? Are you here? There he is. Oh, I love your chord patterns. Yeah. Okay, see? Stifling another apology, moving along into the meat and motion of the storm. Now, this book is good from start to finish. This is a memoir, son's recollection and remembrance and homage, if you will, but also it's almost like it's co-written. It's like his dad and he teamed up like they did. Oh, way back in the day. Not that one, Bill. Come on. Thought it'd be real cool, you know. Like they did in this book. Braided Apart. Kim Robert and William Stafford. Yeah, where they're writing poems back and forth. A la Jim Harrison, Ted Kooser. A la Jim Page, Bill Davie, whoever those people are. Yeah. Anyway. Start with the prologue. Actually, I'm going to start with the epigraph, which is the poem. I keep moving up. I'm sorry. Did you feel like I'm crowding you? Am I giving you enough personal space? I hope so. The book starts with one of William Stafford's most famous poems, which is called The Way It Is. There's a thread you follow. It goes among things that change, but it doesn't change. People wonder about what you're pursuing. You have to explain about the thread. But it is hard for others to see. While you hold it, you can't get lost. Tragedies happen, people get hurt or die, and you suffer and get old. Nothing you do can stop time's unfolding. You don't ever let go of the thread. Prologue. It's morning, before first light, 1965. I'm with my brother Brett at the tailgate of the family station wagon on the gravel shoulder of a road. We grope by dark in the back of the car where our bikes lie tangled in a heap, the pedals and handlebars locked together. We drag them out, work them free, then stand them side by side. Ready? Our father's voice from the dark. I guess so, my brother. You lucky kids. Our father puts one hand on my shoulder and another on my brother's. I'm shivering, partly with joy. Daddy has given up his writing time before dawn and brought us to the top of Chehalem Mountain, so we can start our bike ride to the Pacific with a long coast downhill. The real work, the climb over the mountains and the thickening traffic, will come later, but he has given us this easy beginning. Then he is in the car, turning it back across the road, heading east, and we watch his taillights dwindle toward home. My brother is older, so he goes first, clambering onto his bike and gliding west down the dark road. He disappears into the gloom. Then it's me in a rush, cold wind in my face, knuckles clamped, damp smell of the forest, gravel popping from the wheels. In time, the sun rises behind us, touching everything green with gold, fields and trees, a blur of mailboxes, the dashed center line of the road. Then sweat, fire in my lungs, my brother a speck at the top of the road's long climb, no water. That tight passage called the Van Duzer Corridor, where giant trees crowd the twisting highway. Cars on a curve ripping past within inches, and my wheels skidding in gravel toward the ditch. How long can you feel the hand steady on your shoulder after that hand pulls away? My father's place. A few days after my father died, I needed to sleep alone at the home place, to go back to the room I shared with my brother when we were young. Mother was away. I came to the house after dark, found the hidden key. In the home labyrinth, your feet know the way. Down the hall and the old garage, I turned into the study my father built, where I stood a moment. Dark walls, dim rows of books, papers on the desk, the making place. Then up 2 steps to the kitchen and turned to the hall and into the room of childhood. For the first time in years, I slept deeply from the moment I lay down until I woke around 4 a.m. Mother had told me that since his death, she, too, had been wakened at my father's customary writing time. As I opened my eyes, the moon was shining through the bedroom window. The house was still, the neighborhood quiet. Something beckoned me to rise, a soft tug. Nothing mysterious, nothing mystical, just a habit to the place. Lines from a poem of his came to mind. When you wake to the dream of now, from night and its other dream, you carry the day out of the dark like a flame. This beckoning before first light brought a hint from my father's life, and I accepted it. Your life you live by the light you find, and follow it on as well as you can, carrying through darkness wherever you go. Your one little fire. That will start again. I dressed and shuffled down the hall. In the kitchen, I remembered how my father would make a cup of instant coffee and some toast. Following his custom, I put the kettle on, sliced bread my mother had made, and marveled at how sharp my father had kept the knife. The plink of the spoon stirring coffee was the only sound. Then the scrape of a butter knife. My father's ritual pulled me on. I was to go to the couch and lie down with paper. I took the green mohair blanket from the closet, turned on a lamp, and settled in the horizontal place on the couch where my father had greeted 10,000 early mornings with his pen and paper. I put my head on the pillow, just where his head had worn through the silk lining, and propped my notebook against my knees. What should I write? There was no sign, only a feeling of generosity in the room. A street light brightened the curtain beside me, but the rest of the room was dark. I let my gaze rove the walls, the fireplace, the dim rectangle of a painting, the hooded box of the television cabinet, a table with magazines. It was all ordinary, at rest. In the dark of the house, my father's death had become an empty bowl that filled from below, the stone cavern of a spring. I felt grief and also abundance. Many people had written us, "Words cannot begin to express how we feel without Bill." I too was sometimes mute with grief. But my father had taught me one thing about writing, and it was that words can begin to express how it is in hard times, especially if the words are relaxed, direct in their own plain ways. I looked for a long time at the bouquet of sunflowers on the coffee table. I remembered sunflowers are the state flower of Kansas. I remembered my father's poem about yellow cars. I remembered how he had eaten the last of his summer planting of green beans. I thought back to my father's last poem, the one he wrote the day he died. He had begun with a line from an ordinary experience, a stray call from an insurance agent trying to track down what turned out to be a different William Stafford. The call had amused him. The agent's words had stayed with him. And that morning, 28 August 1993, he began to write. "Are you Mr. William Stafford?" "Yes, but..." As he often did, he started his last poem with the recent news of his own life before coming to deeper things. But I wasn't delving into his writing now. I was in the cell of his writing time, alive earlier than anyone, more alert in welcome, listening. The house was so quiet, I heard the tap of my heart, felt the sweetness of each breath and the easy exhalation. It seemed my eyes, as in one of my father's poems, had been tapered for braille. The edge of the coffee table held a soft gleam from the street light. The stack of magazines was jostled where he had touched them. Then I saw how each sunflower had dropped a little constellation of pollen on the table. The pollen seemed to burn. The soft rug that had wakened me, the soft tug that had wakened me, the tug I still felt, wanted me awake to ordinary things, to sip my bitter coffee, to gaze about and to wait. Another of his poems came to mind. How still earth stayed that night at first when you didn't breathe. I couldn't believe how carefully moonlight came from letting you go. The way moonlight touched the curtain seemed to be instructing me how to breathe, to think, to wander. My father had said once that time alone would allow anyone to go inward in order to go outward. You had to go into yourself to find patterns bigger than your life. I started to write ordinary things. Then I came to the sunflowers. This could be told wrong if I tried too hard. My father's way was not about trying, not about writing poems, not about achievement, certainly not fame. His way is being private before first light with your breath, the scratch of the pen. His way is something like worn silk, a blanket, and that dusting of pollen from the sunflowers. My head fit his dent in the pillow. My hand moved easily with the pen. Pause at the gate to take off the one big shoe of this body. Step forward, light as wind. Pause at the gate to take off the one big shoe of his body. Step forward, light as wind. In the interrupted abundance of my own time, I finished a page, closed my notebook, and rose for the day. As my father would say at such a time, there was much to do, but I had done the big thing already. Who will take my father's place in the world of poetry? No one. Who will take his place in this daily practice of the language of the tribe? Anyone who wishes. He said once the field of writing will never be crowded, not because people can't do important work, but because they don't think they can. This way of writing is available to anyone who wishes to rise and listen, to put words together without fear of either failure or achievement. You wake. You find a stove where you make something warm. You have a light that leaves much of the room dark. You settle in a place you have worn with the friendly shape of your body. You receive your own breath, recollection, the blessings of your casual gaze. You address the wall, the table, and whatever stands this day for Kansas pollen. There's a thread you follow, my father wrote. Deep night and early morning, my page of writing, pollen on the table. These were the filaments I would need in the work he left me. Kim Stafford. Early morning. It goes on like that. It's real good. Real good. Another in a series of real good books. Gee, I should start a bookstore. There it was again. I can't figure that. I don't know what's happening. Don't go there, Bill. Stay away, Bill. Welcome to my therapy session. Thank you. Thank you for joining us here in Bill's head. I shouldn't be walking around. I shouldn't be thinking this way. Poison reservoirs and toxic waste squads. It's such a gray, ugly day. Wish I was over at John's. Always got a joke to tell. Beer in the refrigerator and smoke in the pipe. It's so comfortable going to hell. I remember when we were just kids. We were reading comic books and watching TV. We were immortal in a limited way, and the bad guys were easy to see. My friends all hate their jobs. None of us can afford to quit. A lot of people waving from the top of the heap, but for most of us this could be it. I don't usually talk like this. I try for rhythm and rhyme.
I want to show my folks that I'm really good at something, but in the mirror I just see passing time. I remember when we were just kids, we were smoking cigarettes and staying out late. We were immortal in a limited way, and we loved what we'd learned to hate. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Maybe I should call in the sick. Maybe I should call back dead. With all of this anger and these schizoid dreams, it'll take all day to empty my head. Wish I was over at John's. Always got a joke to tell. You know what's over at John's? It's so comfortable flying to hell. I remember when we were just kids, we were reading comic books and watching TV. We were immortal in a limited way, and the bad guys were easy to see. And they never looked like you or me. No, they never looked like John or me. Wish I was over John.
There he went. He almost did it again. Almost did it again. See, you've been watching an experiment tonight, and Bill trying his best not to apologize or make excuses or anything. And boy, you can see how difficult it is. It's kind of my usual MO, isn't it? Yes, this is a great hour to be. Hey, Bill, it's 168 hours in the week. You had 167 of them to practice, and you waited until now to try this out? Almost did it again. I started. That was the. If that wasn't the preamble to an apology of some sort, I don't know what was. I should pay you for this time. There it goes again. Oh my gosh. Okay. See, the problem is, Chrissy Chesmore's here? Did I miss her? Hi, Chrissy. Is that tonight? Yeah, this is this week. Oh. This makes it more work. I should just go ahead and start apologizing again. This is making it way harder. Yeah, I think this one's going to get a lot of views on YouTube. Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill. So, I'm going to wrap it up here with my favorite song about my favorite person. It just happens to be right in there. Which is, unbelievably convenient. Unbelievably convenient. Especially when I'm having one of these kinds of days, huh? Oops. You're just determined to lose one of these tonight, aren't you, Bill? Yes, among other things.
And will you come away with me, oh Diane, my darling? Will you come away with me to lie on the verge of the salty sea? And I know it's where we're meant to be, oh Diane, my darling. And shall I wear a suit of black, oh Diane, my darling? Shall I wear a suit of black to walk with the friends who won't come back, and to finally make my peace with that, oh Diane, my darling? And will they dig a proper grave, oh Diane, my darling? And will they dig a proper grave near to the drum of the breaking wave? And will the grandkids all behave, oh Diane, my darling? And will they sing a song I wrote, oh Diane, my darling? And will they sing a song I wrote they found in the pocket of a threadbare coat, and then fold it up into a paper bow, oh Diane, my darling? And will they shed a grateful tear, oh Diane, my darling? And will they shed a grateful tear for the rough old sea that brought us here, and then raise a glass to the coming year, oh Diane, my darling? And will you come away with me, oh Diane, my darling? And will you come away with me to lie on the verge of the salty sea, and to know it's where we're meant to be, oh Diane, my darling?
Hi. Hey kids. Hey kids, everybody step up in front of the ICU 2 TV set. Not a lot of action. Not a lot of action on the old birthday list, except a couple we missed. Kim Nelson. Kim Nelson thought she could slide in under the wire. She thought she could get away with this. We're not having it. We're not having it. Not here in the treehouse. December 31st, Kim Nelson. I got it in big letters on my calendar now. Big letters. Also, we missed the birthday on New Year's Eve. Wait a minute. Kim Nelson's birthday was January 1st. Oh man, what I have heard about this. What I have heard about this, you know, I owe Holly Tuttle a debt of gratitude, because I had posted this when I changed my Facebook profile picture the other day. I wrote, you know, Treehouse Concert number 35, Tuesday, December 5th, 2021. And I didn't even notice there was a problem with that. You know, I was so glad I got the 2021 right. And then later in the day, I look, and Holly Tuttle had commented and said, "You mean January, right?" And I was like, you know how after the first of the year, you always automatically write the last year's year on everything. I was so pleased with myself. Yeah. Anyway, Cliff Eberhard and Tim Robinson. Tim Robinson, one of my all-time favorite songwriters from Croton-on-Hudson, there in New York State. And Cliff Eberhard, another excellent songwriter, is having a birthday. They're having birthdays on Thursday. On Friday of this week, Beth Young, one of my oldest friends by virtue of the fact that she's one of my older sister's oldest friends. Not that they're that old. They're only a little older than me. Well, I guess that might be pretty old at this point. But don't tell them I said that. So, Beth, happy birthday. That will be on Friday. Right. And that's really about all we got for this week. So, and I looked in all the places I usually look. So I should do one more song, right? I wish that I could just pull off Mark skating away on the thin ice of the new day. I wish I could just pull out of my back pocket. 20 years ago, I would be able to do it. I mean, I remember it. I mean, my brain remembers it. It's my hands that don't. See, this is the old guy issue. Your brain remembers all these songs. Oh yeah, I should play that one. And suddenly it's you realize, well, your brain is one thing, but your hands don't quite handle things the way they used to. So, you're left wondering what to do here at the last minute when you've kind of run overtime anyway. You could just sign off because you're a songwriter. You're supposed to actually, sing songs, right? Yeah. Let's see. Oh boy.
Arthur and the Marlboro Man are banging in their shrouds, glowing faces playing much too loud, tempered but still testifying, donate to their cause, accidentally drown them in applause. Loosen your last gray gram of guilt, give it away. Don't you know it's Faked Awareness Day? Take out all your pocket planners, please be organized. One more stack of plastic passing by. You know all the recent papers try and act surprised. Boycott started sometime last July. Stuff some recycled envelopes, they'll pay you to stay. They must know it's Faked Awareness Day. Ba-do-da-do-da-do, feeling groovy. Ba-do-da-do-da-do, feeling groovy. Someone with the clipboards on your porch, they expect you to pay. Don't they know it's Faked Awareness Day? You went to the Hilltop Mall to register to vote. Plastic Jesus hung inside your coat. You don't know whose name you wrote. It was dark and the pencil broke. Jam your good intentions down their throats. Pass out your poison handshake, then push them out of the way. They should know it's Faked Awareness Day. Pass out your poison handshake, then push them out of the way. Don't they know it's Faked Awareness? Read the book and couldn't care less. Go to sleep, you can't repair this day. Ba-do-da-do-da-do-da. Arthur and the Marlboro Man.
This has been a test of the emergency broadcast guitar player. That's right, friends. Had there been an actual emergency, it wouldn't have been this, wouldn't have been like this. No siree, Barbarino. Would have been about over here. Would have been over here somewhere. Yeah. Like this might have been a better spot. I could have just done the whole thing from over here. Would have been a whole different experience for everybody. But no. I had to come in here. I don't know, my face looks fatter over there, doesn't it? That's weird. I never noticed that before. Wow. Okay. Well, this has been more fun than any of us deserved on a Tuesday night. I mean, face it, right? So, golly. I hope you had somewhere in the neighborhood of as much fun as I did. I hope that is true. And I hope that my little experiment was not too trying for you. I'm not even going to know how it went until I review the tapes of the session, because I was lost half the time. Couldn't tell if I was apologizing or not. I think what I'm going to do is, if nothing else, I'm going to come up with bold, new, innovative ways of apologizing so that I can even fool myself into thinking I didn't when I did when I didn't. Yeah. Won't it be fun to watch? Yeah. Bring your friends. Come on. It's a party. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating. And we'll do this next week. What do you say? All right. Same bad time, same bad channel. Thanks.